Perdón, bienvenidos a todos mis demonios a este juego llamado Vampyr. Espérame que estoy viendo un video de Pexima, no sé por qué. Me acuerdo que había un juego bien chingón de Peximan, güey. Está fino, güey, lo voy a guardar. Vamos a darle a jugar. Opciones, lo único... Juego nuevo. Vampyr, modo historia. ¿Hay diferencias o qué? Juego nuevo. No podrás cambiar el modo de dificultad. Esa es la dificultad. Bajo nivel de desafío. Esto recordará parte importante de las experiencias peligro. El combate es muy fácil. No hay recompensa por finalizar este modo sin matar a ningún ciudadano. El progreso de los personajes es más rápido si matan ciudadanos. La dificultad de los combates está relacionada con la cantidad de ciudadanos que mata. ¡Ojo! Es el normal. Vas a ver, está chido. Está cargando.
"12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass
somos nosotros, ¿no?
but tortured sand? What is song
la
but a
perdida.
call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death.
A ver.
Since the apple was plucked
Desde que la manzana
from
fuera
the tree,
el árbol sagrado, se cree que la mortalidad es un
mortality
pecado,
was
¿no?
believed to be God's punishment,
Ah,
a
casi no,
righteous
ya.
snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss.
De hecho, sí es cierto, güey. Yo siento que sería una joda ser inmortal a veces, ¿no? Porque imagínate estar viendo toda tu familia morir, güey. De tus nietos a tus bisnietos, güey. Más lejos, güey. Entonces, no morimos siempre al final. A la madre. Parece un zombie, güey. Pasará para acá. Estamos viendo, o sea, donde hay un chingo de cuerpos, ¿no? ¿Qué es eso rojo, güey? ¿Sangre? ¿Qué se escucha, güey, en el fondo? ¿Era la señora?
Thirsty. So thirsty.
No, te vas a volver un vampiro y lo vas a morder, no. ¿Quién es? ¿Qué pasa si me lo pongo enfrente? No puedo. Voy a hablar con ella. No, güey, no, la conoce. Te diciendo que yo sabía que estabas vivo. No, no, no me digas que lo vas a morder, no. No puede aguantarse, güey, no puede aguantarse. ¿Qué será, güey? ¿Su esposa, su hermana? ¿Su hija mayor, güey? No sé. No, güey, está llorando. ¡Su hermana, güey!
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Mary. Mary. No. No.
Qué culero, güey.
This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
¡Hola!
These patrols are after me. No! No! Don't shoot!
¡Uy, corre, 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 corre! ¿Cómo corres?
This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here.
Ahorita que sé qué botón le apreté que corrió. X, no corre con lo normal. No.
This can't be.
Círculo, círculo.
No! Please, stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on?
Hey, bienvenido. A la madre. ¿Esa no es una puerta secreta? No, güey, se tablilla. Pasa, pues,
Oh,
pasa.
Mary. What have I done? What's all this about? Shit, where'd it go?
Vámonos. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Cuchillo?
Now, I can defend myself. Kill the thing!
Ah, sí,
Who are
véngase.
you?
¿Por qué se bloquea?
Stay back! Don't let it out of your sight!
¿Con qué se bloquea, cabrón?
Kill the thing!
No sé bloquear, puta. A ver. Joder, tu puta madre, pues no sé bloquear. Bloqueo automático, hijo de... No mames. Esquema de control. Habilidades vampirescas. Bloquear objetivo. Ah. Pero pues muévete.
Sorry, but you left me no choice.
¿Deja algo? No. No mames, casi me mata este güey. Vamos por abajo. Ah, no hay lugar. ¿Eso de qué?
Who are you, stupid beast? Sorry.
Sorry. Tú corre, cabrón.
No, please, stop.
¿Por qué me lo atraviesa la puta bala?
What do you want?
Voy a agarrar el arma, no chingue. Vámonos, vámonos, vámonos.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name? I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me. The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone.
Ajá. Ya sé
I
cuándo me
need to
cura.
find somewhere to hide. Let me go!
Pelas.
I need to find shelter.
Ahí está.
Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
¿Qué es eso?
Brother, what have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
¿Cómo chingados, güey? Si el que la mató fuiste tú, nadie más. ¿Qué hice? No se queman y se convierten en cenizas cuando están bajo los rayos del sol, pero los daña mucho, muchísimo. Yo mismo encadené un vampiro a un árbol para ver. Ojo. A ver. Tengo que buscar por aquí. Ojo.
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets.
Pinche rata.
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Go watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy to share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
Qué asco dan.
That's impossible.
¿Para qué se lo queda? ¿Para venderlo o qué? A ver. ¿Qué más había visto aquí atrás? Botella de alcohol. Me acordé de una canción. Arriba. Ahora un cambio de ropa, güey, mínimo para pasar desapercibido. Ojo, un espejo. No mames, güey, ni se ve ni madres. Los sueños de la reina roja que duerme bajo la corona de las piedras. Ese era por nosotros, ¿no? Me imagino.
Who goes there? Who's there? Are you referring to me?
Sí, güey. ¿Por qué le quitó el abrigo?
No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
¿Y eso vas a hacer? Aquí que había, güey, había otra cosa. O la agarré, creo. La siento. Ah, chingón, ahora ya no hice nada. Está descargada, ¿no? A ver, no le digo a la yo.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And
No!
now!
There's time. I can save him.
El
That's the
doctor, ¿no?
enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
Ojo.
And now what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
Es un doctor, güey.
No, it never got easy.
Y ahora... Hay una nota ahí. 15 de octubre, lluvia ensangrentada, sueño, bla bla bla. 16 de octubre, bla bla bla. Ah, no es mi cumpleaños, güey. Se saltaron ese día. Octubre, fui a Londres, bla 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 bla. Al rato los leo, sinceramente. Porque como estoy lejos, güey, no os puedo leer bien. 19 de octubre. 21 de octubre, los hombres, la pala mecánica. 22 de octubre, ve que acaba de atacarme, saltó sobre mí desde las escaleras. Ya que lo quiero leer, pues ya puede pasar el video. Y a la cama.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it.
¿Se va a suicidar o qué? Pues sí, sí que tenía balas, ¿eh?
Rational thinking only.
Chinga, ¿por qué yo? ¿Qué pasa si no lo hago? No parece que vaya a avanzar la historia si no la hago. ¡Oh! Vampyr. Toda cama ensangrentada, güey. Ahí tiene el hoyo de bala, güey. Toda cama llena de sangre.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, contains blinding sunlight, glowing flesh.
¿Evolución? Autografía de esa, ¿no? Es la única que tengo desbloqueada. 600. 1300. Tiene una habilidad agresiva. Garra, lanza. Vapor de sombras. Esto es como que, no sé. Vamos con este. A ver, se le arranca la cara. El lance de fina. El de las sombras. Machine gun. Recuperación 5 segundos. 3 segundos. 3. Está más chida esta, no tiene el... Vamos a darle con esta. Ahí está. Confirmar.
That voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me. What I
Vampiro,
am.
¿no? Presión de la misión. Llega hasta el banco norte.
I must find him to understand what I have become.
O sea, es un vampiro, güey. Qué más lógica que eso. Escucha como que quieren entrar, ¿no?
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Ay, pero no hay nadie, pinche exagerada. Algo sí hay. Vámonos. Venado lamparreado. Es difícil de cazar. Aquí. ¡Hola, madre!
My head's spinning.
¿Tú ya me puedo transportar? ¡Sí, güey! Pues sí,
It's
pendejo.
locked.
De pendejo dejo que me maten.
It's locked, all right.
A ver... Tiene que haber algo aquí, güey, que me puede servir a mí. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Arma secundaria? No está acusada, güey. Lleva el refugio. Tienen ataques con efectos especiales y consumen energía. A ver. Ah, chingas, para abajo, ¿no? ¿Pero para dónde, güey? Ah.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
¿Para qué sacas el cuchillo, güey, si no hay nada? Aturdimiento. ¡Ojo! Ya te mordieron.
I never knew I had.
No, pues no, pendejo, porque no eres un vampiro. Otra vez. A llegar su madre, puto.
This shouldn't be possible. Every sinew, every fiber of my being
No me
is on
gustó esta
fire.
habilidad, sinceramente. Ataque. Y mordida. Y cuchillazo.
I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
Chinga. Un niño no piensa en eso. Güey, ni sirve puta habilidad chafa. No la quiero.
My
¿No cuando me
strength,
están rodeando, no?
my reflexes.
Ojo,
I'm
hay
not
algo.
human anymore.
También te hagan algo. No me gustó la habilidad, güey. Está bien caca. ¿Qué es de abajo? ¿Qué hice, güey? Oh, ya. ¿Qué es esto? Cuarentena, enfermedad contagiosa. Debe entrar y salir de papá de permiso. ¿Y para qué sirve esta habilidad, güey, si no veo nada? Su rey, su país lo necesitan, bla bla bla. Ay, bla bla bla, igual.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood.
Ya, ¿para
Mary,
qué, güey? Ya lo mataste.
Someone will pay for what happened to you.
¿Qué es eso?
For what happened to us.
¿Qué era? No me las ratas, ¿para qué las quiero morder, güey? Oh, ¿me dan la experiencia? A ver.
This is despicable.
Qué asco, no me da experiencia. Se olvida que para correr es... ¿Cómo putas? Ah. Se olvida que puede ser eso.
The dizziness from the jump. I can
El mareo, pues está bien, güey.
control it.
¿Y qué algo? ¿Qué? Chelines. ¿Dónde se usa ese tipo de moneda, güey, los chelines? Ah, chica, madre, no me acuerdo. ¿Qué un cofre? Ah, no. Espérate, si yo me veo en negro, güey, ¿se verá? ¡Oh! Sí, güey, se ven. No, por madre, voy a agarrar
What
ratas,
will
güey.
London have to say to me?
¿Tendré mapa? Sí, sí tengo un mapa.
I've so many questions unanswered.
Ay, güey. Pensé que era una manta, güey. Acá, ¿qué? Chelines. Museo. ¿Habrá gente? No.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum. The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
A ver. Sentidos.
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong.
Espérate, que quiero explorar. ¿Aquí se puede entrar? Sí, güey, ¿qué hay aquí?
It's locked.
¿Por qué putos entré?
Where has everyone gone?
La sangre sigue para arriba. Escondite cercano disponible. ¿Es este? Simón. Cae, rebastecer todo. ¿Me tengo que dejar presionado? No. Banco de trabajo. Tratamientos, sueros. Para analizar. Armas. ¿Y qué es esto? Confeccionar. Reciclar. Ojo. Dame. Parte de manejo común. La cama. Ah, es para volver a mejorar el personaje, ¿no? 500. Condición de cuerpo. Aumenta la capacidad de sangre, aumenta la absorción de sangre cuando usas mordida en combate. Aumenta regeneración de vida cuando usas mordida en un combate. Esta quiero. Avanzadas. No. Confirmar. Y ya. Ya tengo entonces. A ver, espérame. Ahí está. Y ahora... sangre... ¿Qué es eso?
At last, a little life. Whoever he may be.
Buenas.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't
Sí.
know.
Ah, no. Bueno, pues no.
Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
¿Qué es este lugar?
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Ah, gracias.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
¿Qué sucede?
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead,
Sus
sir.
casos, ¿no? Ah,
First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
acerca de los asesinatos, a ver.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just
A la madre.
horrible. Some say The sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
Sobre la epidemia.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
Okay.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
I'll leave
yeah.
then. Thank you.
Tú.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
¿Alguien entró al bar?
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to
chingas tu
come and go,
madre.
don't they?
A ver, ¿qué es
What's
aquí?
going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
No, ¿qué quieres por las
Who
alcantarillas?
is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
¿Se encuentra
You
la
make
verga?
it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Ok, atrás y atrás.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Y con este no, este es
Oh,
el
God,
Tom.
sir.
Sí.
You look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
¿Qué es
Where
lo-
am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
¿Tiene miedo?
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
No, pendejo.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
Ah, qué buena venda. Qué buena gente dice el güey. Una noche larga.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
No sé qué asesinato.
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Qué feo, güey. Se parece a Michoacán.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
¿Quién es el
Who
nombre?
is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
¿Cuánto tiempo pasado?
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Necesito hablar con ese hombre.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And, sir...
Yes?
No funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Oh, sí. A ver. ¿Por qué sale algo de... ¿Qué es eso? ¿El cráneo? ¿La mano? ¿Tendrás información nueva?
I don't know.
¡Oh, pues salté los diálogos! Solo quiero hablar.
I just want...
I'm not afraid, sir.
I only...
Oh. Too many...
No, no dice
I'll
nada.
leave then.
A ver, acá, ¿qué hay? Nada, es un mirador. Pero me quiero explorar más afuera, güey. Ojo. Una sea la flota real, ya veis, ¿no? ¿Se puede abrir la puerta? No. No parece que me pueda bajar. Una puerta cerrada. A ver. ¿Tú te abres? Simón.
There's nobody here.
No se puede... ¿Qué?
No one's there.
No se puede entrar, la casa está vacía. Por la misma razón, güey, que se puede entrar, ¿no? A ver, siento que me perdí algo. El muelle está cerrado. Ojo. Tornillo, grasa. De una puta vuelta. Acabo de ver una manera de bajar, pues, ¿no? Algo, güey, abajo. Ah, pues por la pinche escalera que me puede haber subido. Ojo.
This is a slaughterhouse.
¿Qué pedo, güey? ¿Aquí es donde dormirá?
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
¿Cómo puto la voy a abrir? ¿Ojo chelines? No. Ya no parece que vaya a haber más gran cosa.
According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
Tengo 300 de hitchep, ¿qué más puedo tener? De hecho, mejor me guardo, güey, para quitarme la pinche habilidad culera, güey. Ojo, esto brillaba. Página arrancada de un diario.
I think I'm losing my mind.
It's a good thing you
I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
This is no
Cinemática.
place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area,
They do not pursue me.
but they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
Chingas a tu madre, ¿qué te
I
dije
mean
yo?
you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. Anyone.
Bueno, al menos se calmó.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
And who might you be?
Usted primero.
Tell me,
Me atacó.
who are you?
First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
¿Y cómo sé que soy un vampiro?
I've been hunted
De hecho,
down
sí.
in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
¿Con quién hablaba?
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
¿Ah? Buen punto.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docs have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
¿Tierra? ¿Qué es
And
mandar?
what exactly is this brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Chingaste pues a tu madre.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Supongo.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
Pues si quiere
I
respuestas,
will
pues
at
sí, güey.
last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
¿Te puedo robar algo? Y te robé chingo chelines. 5 chelines, puta.
He didn't deserve this.
¿Puedo hablar contigo o ya no?
I'm certain we shall meet again.
Okay.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
I'm losing my mind.
Y si le pregunto a la...
I should just run as
Esta,
far away
tiene
from
que saber algo más.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
Quiero la verdad.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
¿Qué pasó esa noche, de hecho?
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
¿Por qué tiene tanto miedo?
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Okay,
Tell
cuéntanos
me
sobre él.
about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Pistas de ciudadanos. Como vampiro necesita sangre humana para evolucionar. La barra de calidad indica... Las pistas de lo que no aumentará la cantidad. Pero pues nos va a matar, güey, si no hace nada. Este güey que tiene una enfermedad, ¿no? ¿Tú dices algo más o no?
Hello, sir. And you're still ugly as sin.
Chicas a tu madre.
Welcome.
I can't say I have.
Hey, I told you, you would have.
Decisiones, como puedes obligar a un ciudadano a revelar información gracias a la pista que has descubierto. Okay.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
¿Por qué me mintió?
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Who is he?
William. Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
¿Es peligroso?
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. They barely stand up most of the time.
¿Cómo está
How
la noche?
was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Atrás. Vente a
I
encontrarlo.
need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn
Yeah.
old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his...
It's locked, all right.
No ocupo la llave.
I
Ojo,
will
trata.
get
Voluntarios para municiones
to
de
the
guerra.
bottom of this
Voy a
intrigue.
llegar al fondo de este
What's been done to me? To this
esta
city?
ciudad. ¿Dónde está el... Acá están los botes, no? Virga, güey.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
Se la ropa.
This man was armed. He tried to defend himself.
Las
This
heridas.
corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim.
El bote.
Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker.
Pensé que decía by shot. Para
What's
notar.
this? Some sort of note.
Continuar.
There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
A ver, ¿hay gente? No parece. Sí, sí hay. Pero esos son de los que atacan, ¿no? Como no me puedo agachar, pues voy caminando lento. Órale, órale, órale. Muerto. Ojo, soltó algo, ¿no? Oye, ¿es cierto que no tenía una pistola? ¿Qué estaba tratando de abrir, güey?
Ammunition
Ah, vale.
Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Frente a la batalla.
Over there!
Mocos, puto. Se abre. Plancha de plomo, esquirla de aluminio. Está bien, Tom. ¿Por qué se ocultan en lugares tan fríos? Este que la zona de búsqueda, ¿no? Sí, bueno. Simón. Poder, sangre, sombra. Físico. Oh, ya. Resistencias. Ok, resistente, pero menos los poderes de sangre y sombra. Moco. Cuchillo, cuchillo. Tírate.
Look lively! It's on to us! There's one of them! Watch yourselves!
Mocos, puto.
Speed bit!
Te agarro también a ti.
Watch it! Murdering bastard! Oh, Christ!
Ah, te resiste contra Elmo. Te la dejo. ¿Eso qué? Uy, crack. Ah, sí, puto. Fuerte. Ah, sí. Ah, sí, puta. Ojo. ¿Para qué es una escopeta? Simón. Además, ¿quién te parece? ¿Podría llegar allá? Puta, me caí. A ver. No, no se puede. Ojo, eso brilla. Balas, polvo de aluminio. ¿Este cuerpo tendrá algo? Prácticas. Prácticas y tácticas, güey. ¿Este qué es? ¡Oh, refugio! ¿Tú qué das? Parte de maneja como un plancha de plomo. ¿Bala? Chelines. Banco de trabajo. Entonces, a ver. Mejora de armas. Es una arma de lucha cuerpo a cuerpo para autorizar. Tratamiento de fatiga. Quiero hacer esto, güey. Para eso ocupo esto. Y ocupo otras dos cosas. Planta y otra cosa. Machete. Saca, mejorar. Ah, no puedo mejorar. Todo así. Igual. Y el reloj. Buen valor de reventa. Este artículo puede reciclarse en componente. ¿No hay notas? No. No quiero dormir, güey. Todavía no quiero mejorar el personaje. Moco. Ah, puto. Chingaste. ¿Ah, no? Ahora sí. Dejas algo. Proyectil de escopeta. Seguir las pistas. Ojo, aquí abajo hay algo. No, son ratas. No, pura madre las robo, güey. Lo que estoy enfermo. No soy chino. Rastro de sangre.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Güey, no manches, de que no puedes agarrar esa arma.
As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before.
No. I had a drink outside tonight already and it did not quench my thirst. I must have more.
Oh dear God, not again. William, please stop.
Un sorbo, te lo prometo, eres mi mejor amigo, eres mi único amigo. Equipo, a ver. Bueno. Hace mucho más daño este. Ah, ¿es lo más de las manos?
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Ahí está, ¿no?
This creature is bedeviled.
Let go of me.
I must put it down.
¿El pinche grito qué? Mira, paca. Te va a morder algo ahí. Porque te metes a pagar vida, ¿no? Que ni ya se lo diré yo. ¡Pum! Porra usada. A lo mejor me equipo la porra, güey. Y aquí le saco. Entonces se lo mordí en combate. Hagamos cosas, ¿no? Esto. Cheline. Puerta cerrada. Cheline. Esto, ay. Esto. Oh, la madre, güey, toda la sangre.
Let me go.
Ya se fue.
William
Tranquilo.
was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
We knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
¿Qué pedo? Moco se murió.
Remember, certain scales are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Ah, gracias, muy amable. Espérate, entonces no somos vampiros como tal, ¿o sí?
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible
¿Qué pedo?
murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Okay. Recolectar una muestra de sangre del cadáver de William.
This poor creature can't be my maker.
Muestra de sangre de William. Espérate que quiero ver lo de las notas. La historia del escalón, especies de vampiros, la guardia de Raven, la hermandad de San, la necesidad de beber sangre, los Skal, los vampiros legendarios. ¡A la madre! Me imagino que el que me murió va a ser un vampiro legendario.
Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Yo digo que fue un vampiro legendario. Y la ropa, ¿por cuándo te la cambias, pendejo? ¿Vas a llegar a un hospital lleno? Bueno, pues también podría decirse que... pasó... pues está desangrando, ¿no? El vato.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator,
¿Puedo moverlo?
prey,
La
villain,
cámara.
and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that Skal. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back. But I will tell you, she values her privacy.
¿Qué es un Skal?
Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my
No te
suspicions.
equivocas. Yo soy chingón.
But when you took the blood sample
Pero
from the
humilde el vato.
corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed, marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word again. from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study.
Como el de Wolf
There's
Oak,
so much for you
de
to
Wolf
learn.
Oak, ¿no?
Of that, you are right.
¿Ya llegamos?
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital.
No?
As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
Ah, buen punto.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide.
Perfecto, ¿no?
I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes.
Ojo.
So,
Pues mínimo ya lo cambiamos. ¿Me va a dejar escoger o lo va a hacer a
It seems I have little choice. But yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
A la madre, güey, los hospitales están fabricando todavía, ¿o qué? Construyendo, pendejo, no fabricando.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
No, ya se cambió.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
¿Tengo que ir con esto?
We'll have a word in my office later, Jonathan.
Pero pues no me dejan pasar, hijos de su puta madre.
It's locked.
Come on, you bastard. You can do better than that now. It's my turn.
¡Hola madre, lo cuchilló! ¡2 veces! ¡3!
Rotten or pristine, each heart continues the source of life. Drink at this river, dry it all.
Espérate, güey.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
Lo dejaré sangrar, se lo mataré. Sea más gentil.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Okay.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
500, güey, no vale la pena. Mesmerizar. Ah. Sígueme, hijo de tu puta madre, si no te mato.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
La vida y la muerte. Ah, no, vale. Apropiarse, liberar. No, no soy malo.
Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
¿Te alcanza para evolucionar? ¿Dirás algo, güey, o no?
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go. But no famished hunter can run for long.
Oh, la voz. Oye, güey, pero no tiro el vato, güey, el cuerpo. Detalles, también tiene pistas, ¿no? El hijo de su puta madre sí tiene pistas, güey. Ok. Acá no hay ni chilena ni nada. ¿Puedes hablar?
What happened? Did I black out? Whoa, I feel giddy.
Voy por ayuda. Este que se abre, ¿no? Polvo de aluminio. Nada más puedo correr, voy a actuar como persona normal, ¿no? Vamos, no te para la noche. Una enfermera. Y hablo con ella.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the
A ver, no.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Su vida, memorizar. ¡Ojo! Ocupo nivel 5 para memorizar. Su vida en Londres.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
El enemigo invisible de la enfermedad, ¿no?
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
A ver, podría fracasar en el hospital. Chequeo médico.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine.
Do you require medical assistance?
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine.
Ojo, no soy eso, güey. Fuentes personales, eso es para las pistas. Subida en Londres. ¿Cuál es la situación aquí?
Not good, to say the least.
Ya lo leí. Podría fracasar.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Ya lo vi leído todo.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
A ver. ¿Y cómo vuelvo a la otra ciudad? Ah, justo este vato. Hasta que hay otro. ¿Un doctor, no?
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
A huevo. Saludable. Andrés. ¿Cuál es
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
No, pues por lo de los batallones, ¿no?
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of the hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
La esperanza. Cuéntame sobre el personal.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Personalidades positivas.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
¿De quién conseguí la pista? ¿Es esta, no? Ajá, ya tengo una pista para esa.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Ok, atrás. Atrás. Puntos personales. No tengo pistas.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Ahora quiero hablar con la otra. Con la enfermera, güey. Ojo, otro doctor y la enfermera. Y no le pregunté sobre su salud.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Desde apenas me van contratando, yo estoy trabajando.
That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. The poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
¿Qué es el doctor?
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Okay.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Okay.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Ojo, aquí hay una placa. Debido a la gripe, este hospital no puede admitir más pacientes. Pero tiene pacientes afuera, ¿no? Eso es lo bueno. El doctor a veces le quiere preguntar.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
Ah, bueno, no.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
¿Cuánto la enfermera, güey? Espérate, que el puto salió. ¿Tú que eres un oficial o un cartero o qué?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Oh, y este güey me va a tropicar. Saludable.
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least. But I would give everything to be in a better place right now.
Ciudad en Londres.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything. And it's getting worse every day.
Me imagino.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Ojo, buen punto.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Casi siempre lo hago. Suena como si hubiese pasado momentos
It sounds
difíciles.
like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Ojo, quiero
Since you're on the
hacer
front
investigación.
line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
¿Ah? Cuentos personales, ocupo pistas.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Armas cuerpo a cuerpo, güey, las ocupo. Vende... Nada, no te vendo nada. Esta... esta es la que le quería preguntar.
Good evening.
Preguntas personales.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Ojo. Yo te doy algo, gracias.
Goodbye.
Ingresa al jardín trasero, güey. Detalles. ¿Y cómo sabrá dónde está? ¡Ah! ¡Oh!
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Ojo. ¿Antes había hablado, no?
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any...
Goodbye,
No.
Doctor. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Sí, me presento con todos porque soy buena gente.
And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal,
¿Usted qué es? Ajá.
what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed. Blood is the only drug I need.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
¿Describe cómo se siente?
Describe to me how you feel.
Porque este vato es un vampiro, ¿no?
What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
¿Y has escuchado hablar del síndrome
I
de
see.
Collar?
Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Ay, madre.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
El jardín trasero, güey.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Ay. ¿Una investigación de qué? ¿Cuántas personas para eso ocupo pistas, no? ¿Ah?
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
¿Alguien anota? Espérate que... Había otra cosa, ¿no? Este es comerciante. Objetivo equivocado. ¿Qué es la espiona? Me las cambia. ¿Qué más? Quiero hablar con todos, güey, sinceramente.
Unless you're here to fix my face.
Para arreglarme la cara. No, creo que puedo ayudar.
I'm Dr. Reed.
¿Qué le pasó a la cara?
I've recently taken the position of head...
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty...
No lo quiero matar, güey.
How is your stay with us?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work.
Can I do anything?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. It's like the flames are undocked.
You don't seem worried.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to...
Oh, disculpe. Puntos personales. Tuve mucho tiempo en el ejército.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you...
I really don't want to talk.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted...
You were an officer, weren't you? Then
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted.
Ojo. Chingas a tu madre y la cara como la trae. Digo que lo mordiera.
So do you let her bite you?
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars.
Y francamente no me importa, va a decir.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
De hecho no le pregunté.
Evening.
El chequeo.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
I'm fine. Just do something for this pain, will you? That's all I'm asking.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Aquí está. La madre es ese del otro.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton.
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sorry.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say...
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed him.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Es como un padre, ¿no?
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Venganza. ¿De qué?
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Okay.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The wet boot boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
¿No amenazaron?
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Vale, pues preguntas personales. ¿Cómo se gana la vida?
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around.
De hecho, sí, yo
I
tampoco.
manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Okay, entonces no funciona así.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
Quiero al patio trasero.
It's locked, all right.
¿Están hablando con ella?
Good evening.
Más información.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
Pippa.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Do you need medical help yourself, nurse?
I'm fine, really. I just need to sleep.
Tiene fatiga, ¿no? Entonces, ¿no? Estuve en Londres.
How would you describe the situation?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc.
You must get up.
Sorry, I'm exhausted.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Okay.
How long have you been in a...
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how...
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Okay,
how is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation.
Oh, ya sé algo ya sé algo tuyo, puto.
Why does Milton dislike?
I don't know. Just ask him.
Preguntas personales. No tengo pistas sobre ella.
Goodbye, Nurse.
No es recepcionista. Pero cómo puta llega al patio trasero.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
¿Por aquí? Investiga el jardín trasero. Esto no es el jardín. Esta es la salida. Ok, aquí ya puedo usar los poderes, aquí también.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
¿Dónde está la billetera? Qué puto. A ver. Pero no tienen pulso estos vatos. Ya solo me toca encontrar la billetera. Ya que se cayó por uno de los jardines. ¿Por aquí puedo entrar? Sí. Y también puedo desaparecer y aparecer. Mocos, puto. Así, puto. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Fotografía de una cartera? Oh, sabía.
Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
¿Y por qué para acá hay lugar, güey? Avanza rápido así. Señora Pipa, es un secreto suyo.
Good evening, Doc.
Ah, no.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Antes este güey. ¿Ya te conozco? Sí.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
No, no lo
Dr.
conozco.
Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland.
Bien, Londres.
Please, could you tell me?
I'm a great...
What made you
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work.
Me complacerá. Los halagos son inútiles de investigación. Me complace
It's
ayudarlo.
always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm...
I based
Bueno, no
my
quiero saltar los
technique
diálogos,
on
pero
my
es que me da
mentor's
hueva leerlos
research.
todos.
He helped me perfect my method.
Pero supongo que es el punto,
I'd rather
güey.
not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Pregunta...
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic.
Do you need help with anything?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my...
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you...
I see. Well, give me the address. Do you need my medic?
You don't have to worry about me, Dr. Reed.
Okay.
Goodbye, Dr.
¿Dónde este cabrón, güey, el contrabandista, el de la ambulancia?
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Ake.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a...
Entonces vende como cosas, ¿no?
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
Había de personas que tienen miedo a la
interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
Okay.
How did you get this?
Tengo una pista de quién. De él mismo.
After I left the army.
Atrás.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main...
Why do you have...
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic.
Buen punto.
Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mat.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir.
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
No.
Do you need... I'm feeling all right, Doctor. But perhaps it is because I, too, am used to the smell of the dead.
A pawnbroker? I expect...
Yes, sir. All kind of people.
Who comes here to trade?
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, What kind of... With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the...
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir.
Es lo que les dije, güey, que sería raro, güey, hacer eso.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot...
was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is...
So you're ready?
No, I'm not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. But I like to think otherwise. It's just drink.
Ocupaba opio, no ocupaba opio. Ahora que me quedé sin plata, pues ya, gracias. Pero ahora ocupo buscar al otro hijo de su puta madre, ¿dónde está? Volver a billetes. No mames, está dentro del puto hospital.
It's locked, all right.
Carta larga, la madre. Pipa. Voy a preguntarte más sobre tus secretos, Pipa. Tú no eres Pipa. Ahí ya estás, puto.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Doctor.
I know it's a difficult task, but
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of...
I'm sorry, I don't...
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I...
I have some good...
What?
I retrieved your wallet. With all the money.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Milton.
Pipa, onta Pipa. Otro puto doctor desconocido.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed.
Does my arrival inconvenience you?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's...
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking...
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed.
No hace falta tanta animosidad, los dedos no le harán bien.
There is no need for such animosity.
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer...
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me.
Carelessness?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner, should.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to...
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental...
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure. But my young colleague obviously just...
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland...
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you...
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to
Other people may say that's too conservative.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick?
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative?
Oh, se queda ya lo que dije. Puntos personales.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you true?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
Ah, hijo de tu puta madre, ¿quieres pelea?
It seems you have bad memories of...
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress.
We can at least agree on something. Do you need my...
Not at all. I'm sure that you are used to gaining people's trust with your impressive skills. Well, it...
Thank you for your time.
Ay, puta perra. ¿Cuánta pipa? Pipa, y te voy, tengo chismes tuyo.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor.
Pepper, I know you're very close.
Yes. Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the...
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by.
Ay.
That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Eso lo tienen... Ok. Puntos personales... ¿Será ese hospital?
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
¿Estás seguro de lo que logró? Pero sí, los pacientes la necesitan.
But you're doing something important here. For all the...
We save lives, sure. Each time we send a cured patient home, it's a relief beyond words. But since the epidemic, I feel so powerless.
Pues ya será útil.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science...
Buen punto.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
La que está en la casa... Espérate que ahora tengo otra misión, ¿no? Esta. Amor mío. Otra pista. Ay, puto, ya te tengo todo. línea. Tengo que ver desde aquí quién está espiando a alguien, ¿no? Pero tendría que tener el rastro.
It's locked, all right. Good evening. Goodbye,
No.
Mr. Chidana. I cannot enter.
Pero cómo se... Oh, es atrás, es atrás, es atrás. El rastro de personas de arriba. Buenas tardes. Y chingaste. Puesto, va. Por lo visto tiene un gran mundo abierto, Contra él no puedo. Como que me regresa, ¿no? Son muchos, güey. Ya parece nivel 4, no jodan. Necesito más fuerza. Llegar a la farmacia. ¿Dónde está la farmacia? Mínimo eso sí lo puedo hacer.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee.
What's going on between you?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples.
Maybe you're right, but we support you.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Do you know that Nurse Hall...
That's not a surprise.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away.
Cositas.
Goodbye, Milton.
Llevo a la farmacia de estos pendejos. ¿Dónde queda la farmacia? En los muelles.
It's locked, all right.
Todavía no puedes acceder para allá. Entonces pues ya, se chinga. Voy a mi oficina. Se ocupó una nueva mejora de arma. Ah, sí es cierto, tenía pistas de este güey, ¿no? Meditaciones están al final, se van.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Mensaje del doctor. Le pedí a la enfermera que le consiguiera una oficina en el segundo piso. Le ruego disculpe la ausencia de discreción, pero el hospital... Precisamente Luego lo leo con mi tiempo libre. Estoy haciendo algo, ¿no? Artículos sobre los secos. Pasta de vidrio.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
¿Cómo le echo agua, güey? Quiero echarle agua. Mi cama personal. Confeccionar primero debes organizar lo importante que has encontrado para desbloquear nuevos. Escribir los componentes para analizar. ¿Qué es esto? Frasco de vidrio. Bolsa pequeña de cachipaches. Botella de alcohol. Para perno.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. It needs water.
Güey, le quiero dar agua, pero no puedo. Pasa... ¡A la madre! Coagulación. Bloquea la sangre del objetivo. Lo dejarás indefensivo. Barrera de sangre. Absorbe el daño. No, yo quería otra arma. Vamos a probar la lanza. Puta. Dale, supongo que puedo terminar el stream porque ya se cortó. Putadas.